Welcome. Just give it a minute and we'll get everybody in. Had to buy me a camera because my camera in my computer is not working properly.
Looks good. We are live on YouTube and on Zoom whenever you're ready.
Well, hey guys, I really appreciate you being on today for about 15 minutes of hopefully some good information for you. I'm going to do something a little bit different today because a lot of people have been asking me, especially the ones that I have been recruiting, what kind of expenditure should I expect to be successful? In other words, it's free to get involved. The site's free. Everything's free. I mean, DAC is taking care of a tremendous amount of cost that I've never seen another company do that. And what should I spend on my business? And if you were me, what would you set aside? Well, I really kind of took it really serious and said, I'm going to really think about that and what did I do when I first got in this business and what would I do today? Well, so I'm going to go over that with you and then we'll take any questions that you have afterwards. But the whole thing is leads. And me personally, I'm never going to go out and I'm never going to go spend money on leads. And I mean, I'm talking about buying them from a lead company that has already sold them 2 or 3 or 4 times, and then expect those leads to work for me. If you're not knocking on doors every day and speaking to people, then you got to find a way to get someone to talk to. And I think that you may enjoy what I'm getting ready to go over. Let me just see here. I'm trying to see where I can share my screen, Morgan. Let me just go back here and see. Maybe I haven't clicked something right. All right, there we go. All right, can you guys give me a thumbs up whether you can see this? Can you see this? Am I?
Yep, you're good to go. We can see it.
Okay. And the amount that I started thinking about was $1,500. If I could put $1,500 today in my business, what would that $1,500 bring back to me as far as ROI, which is return of investment? So how would I spend that $1,500? And there's literally websites out there that says invest $1,500 in your business, and here's how you should spend it. I Googled it and I found it. So, but here's what I would do personally. I would break down that $1,500 by number one, spending about $300 on Connect cards. The reason is, I don't know how you guys that are not buying Connect cards, I don't know how you really are successful, because me personally, I can't be successful without Connect cards. I have to have them. My wife has to have them so that when we're traveling or when we're going out to a local restaurant or just shopping, we're gonna and we stop at Lowe's or Home Depot and we see a wrap and we see that truck is a business person. I want to at least have that card to put on the windshield. So I'd spend about $300 there. I would spend about 300 on your local chamber. And the reason it's only about 300 is that you're not the company. You're not David Allen Capital or Bank Breeze. You are an independent rep with the company. So by being that, most chamber memberships are going to be anywhere from $99 to about $299 for you to be a member of that. Then I would join 100% the Home Builders Association. It's about $680 here locally. It'll vary throughout the country. And then I would spend the other $220 on getting lists of referral partners and referral sources all throughout the group. And the number one being CPAs and accountants, getting their name, their phone numbers, and emails. And here's kind of how I look at things. By that one-time expenditure, I have really set myself up for a lot of leads because when you look at the top left on the screen, you see this that as a member of the chamber and you become active and you go out there and you participate in what the chamber does on a weekly basis, you get a business directory. You can take that directory and we can teach you how to professionally market to them without sounding like a poacher. So that directory is a lot of people. And even by having that directory and you see the membership, there's scripts that we can teach you you don't have to even talk to someone who's a member of the chamber. You can say, I don't know if you're a member of the chamber or not, but blah, blah, blah. And you're going to be able to go through your spiel and say, hey, as a member of the chamber, I just wanted to, first of all, tell you we love your business and go into the scripts that we provide. And on the Home Builders Association, the same thing happens. You get a member directory. The good thing about joining the Home Builders Association is that you not only are a member of the association locally, but you're also a member of the state and national automatically. So that in itself will be a real big win by being a member of that. You're going to have a lot of people to start contacting. And then, of course, there are places you can go online. And for $1,400, I could buy every accountant and CPA's email, telephone number, name, address, and it'd be accurate in the whole country. But I don't need it for the whole country. I just need it for my particular area that I'm working. So that would total about $1,500. And here's the good thing about it. We got things in place that can get you refund on that if you just go out and work. On the Connect cards, if you purchase the Connect cards and you get 100,000 in funding within the first 90 days, then we'll reimburse you 100% of the Connect card cost. But let me just tell you, if you go out and you make your own cards that are not the exact replica of the Connect cards, then we're not going to reimburse you for that because, quite frankly, we know what works. And if you want to change it and move it around, that's okay. But I'm talking about doing the thing the DAC way, using the cards the DAC way. That's whenever we're going to be able to reimburse you if you do 100,000 in the first 90 days of getting those cards. But then when you join a chamber or you join the association of like the small home builders, we're going to refund you up to $500 when you get 100,000 in funding within that organization, not from your Connect cards or not from any other thing, but that association. So you could be a member of the chamber and you can be a member of the Home Builders Association, and you can receive both reimbursements for each one of those up to $500. So I'm looking at it like, hey man, I got a chance to get at least $1,300 of my money back just by going out and working. And so this investment's not only going to give me my leads, but it's also going to provide me with an opportunity to get a ton of leads and a reimbursement. And what I really feel I'm doing at this point is setting myself up for success by creating a huge lead source to contact with all these directories that I'm going to be part of. Now, I'm not going to be a part of those associations and not participate. I'm going to go to their functions. They're going to get to know me, and I'm telling you, when that happens, it's lights out. You're not going to ever have to worry about leads again if you actually work them. I'm also going to try and find a list of different referral partners. And today I want to talk to you about the number one referral partner I think you can get, which are CPA and accountant referral partnerships. They can be a referral partner or a referral source. A referral partner receives a commission, which a lot of them will. And a referral source is someone who just wants to refer folks to you, maybe like a branch manager or a loan manager at one of the local community banks. Right now, I'm going to talk to you how if I was talking to an accountant, some of the things that you're going to want to know and want to talk to them about that would kind of boost their practice. You let them know that this is how it works. You sign up as a referral partner. You refer small businesses for financing. Then you sit back and relax. We take over from here, collect the commissions on the funded deals if you're a partner instead of a referral source. When I'm talking to that CPA, I'm going to make sure they understand the value of business loan referrals. Many small business owners need financial assistance to scale operations, manage cash flow, or handle unexpected expenses. I'm going to let them know that business loan slash advances can be essential in all these kind of situations, but owners might not know where to start or which lenders to trust. You have a unique advantage as a CPA accountant. Clients trust your financial expertise and they rely on you for advice managing their finances effectively. Now, by helping your clients access business loans or advances and choose the best one of their needs, you become even more like a trusted advisor, one who provides solutions beyond basic accounting. This strengthens client relationships and reinforces your role as an essential part of their business success. And just so you know, my particular CPA, she doesn't do any of this. And we haven't really gotten into the weeds yet. She said she's always too busy, but I'm going to get her sit down and talk to her because I don't go for her for financial advice. I just basically have her do my taxes, and I go to other people to get that information. Excuse me while I drink one thing of water. Now, I also go over with the CPA of how they can identify their clients' or needs really early on. Uh, I explained to them that they may need the money for expansion. They're looking to grow. They need capital for new locations, for inventory, for new hires. They have cash flow issues, too much month at the end of the money. They have equipment purchases that they need to make. They have debt consolidation that they may have too much credit card debt and they just want to kind of consolidate that all into one funding. And they just want to fuel the growth. They want to hire new people. They want to just grow their business. And with the CPA regularly reviewing the client's financial health, their growth plans or cash flow projections, they can kind of help identify when a loan might be suitable for that particular business. Now, those are the benefits to the client. Now, here's the benefits to their practice. By adding a referral service to their accounting practice, they're going to be able to increase revenue because many lenders, and in our case, all lenders, offer referral fees or commissions, and we create a new income stream for them, an additional revenue, a stream of income. Enhance client relations by providing holistic financial advice. You're going to build a stronger, more trusting relationship with the clients who may refer others to your practice. Explaining that to them will maybe have a light bulb come on. Competitive advantage, offering unique services like loan referrals can differentiate their practice, making it more attractive to current and potential future clients. And then, of course, opportunities for cross-selling. A lot of these accountants and accounting companies that are out there, they have financial planning. They help them with cash flow forecasting, tax planning, budgeting, that sort of thing. So it's a win-win for that particular CPA or accountant. It's always a win-win, whether they're going to be a referral partner and receive a commission or referral source and just refer people to you. But by helping their clients access funding, they're going to strengthen their role as a trusted advisor. When done responsibly and with transparency, loan referral programs can enhance client relationships, differentiate your practice, and provide value-added services that meet the larger needs of small business clients. And embracing this approach is a great way to expand the practice offerings, all the while supporting their client growth. So let me just get back here and stop sharing. So in essence, if I had $1,500 today, or if I only had $1,000, whatever, those are the things that I would personally invest in. Because if you go out and you invest in leads, you got leads one time, you buy that they're charging anywhere from $40 to $80 a lead now, and they say they're hot leads. Well, yeah, they're hot, and they already have sent them to two other different brokers out there. And here's the difference. A DAC broker is going to be honest and tell the truth. In this industry, a lot of the brokers are not going to be honest. They're going to tell them whatever they want to hear. I just had that happen with one. I got him $400,000 offer. It's amazing, really good offer. And he says, no, 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 I can get $250,000 or 150,000, whatever the number was, over 18 months. And the rate was lower than what our buy rate is. And I started laughing. I said, I just don't see how that's going to happen. But if you can get it, then you need to take that and run. And he says, well, I want to get my $500 guarantee. I said, great. All you got to do, send me the offer and show me which lender it is. And then once they fund it, we'll pay you. Well, he can't produce that because that is not a real offer. And brokers use that as a way to kind of bait and switch and get people there. I mean, a lot of you that I work with on here, like Nick and all, we see this all the time, but we're smart. We've been in this business a long time. We know that can't possibly be the offer because this particular client has some problems. First of all, they already got a position or so out there, so I know they're not going to get that kind of term. Secondly, their credit is well below 650, is probably closer to the 590 range. So I know that they can't get that kind of offer anywhere. I would know about it if they could. So if you guys are interested if you're really interested in learning how to join these associations, what to say, what my step 1, 2, and 3, how do I approach CPAs? If you're interested in a thorough, really more defined solution of how to talk to these folks, and you're willing to put the money in to join the associations, then just email me at wade@bankbreezy.com, and I will set up a time when we can do a real detailed training outside of the time slots that are already set there. You guys have got some really great things. You got 11:30 every day with a professional. You got that Tuesday night, by the way. McGuire and Tyler, you did a great job on Tuesday night. The depressing thing was we didn't have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on, and that's what you got to do if you're going to really win big in this industry. You know, when Harlequin brought on this credit repair company and they brought a bunch of agents on, her income went through the ceiling. It was crazy. And that's what we got to do. We got to go out and recruit good, solid people that are looking for an opportunity. But all those people are going to want to know, I know it's free to get in, but what do I need to do to get clients? Well, you either got to go out and knock on doors, or you're going to have to join these associations and get out there and talk to people. Do we have any questions today? Anybody with any comments, questions, anything about anything to do with funding? Okay. I think we got one.
Yep, we've got Matt DeHame. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning. Good morning, Wade. Good morning, team. Everybody, I concur and I agree with you about last evening's training with McGuire and Tyler was fantastic. Very articulate, concise, cogent, and short, which was the best part. Right to the point. I think they knocked it out in 30 minutes. And you're right. It's a shame we don't have more than 100 people on there. Thousands of agents. I mean, I send out mass emails, GMass. I have a MailChimp, and I send out 400, 500, invitations to get on the calls. People, I think there's a disconnection with the belief that this actually works. People try it. Oh, it doesn't work. They don't get a result quickly. They convince themselves because of the culture, the habit of, oh, I don't get a result. It doesn't work. That's the society that's gotten through their head. No, you've got to persist. So finding people, back to the point of understand, they have a strong reason why they want to do this. They understand it. They believe in it. And they're okay with persisting through, following through, and until they have result. And they're trying to, instead of putting pressure on the client, just like Nick does, my son, who everybody here knows, understands. He's my personal enrolled agent who took what I taught him and took it to another level. He's moved it up because he's got his own agenda. He's got his own belief system and his own approach. So understand the fundamentals, why we're good, why we're the best solution for these people. Our platform's great, all of the benefits, and then make it your own. You don't imitate, try to, you make it your own. You've got to own the fact that you believe in it, and then you convey that to a business owner some way. And you talk about, this is about investing in your business financially, right? Investing in your business with time is also equally important. But when you're talking about the actual dollars and cents, the phone is free, guys. I'm, Nick's doing well. I'm here in another country. I'm doing fairly well from time to time. We're getting back at it. The phone's free. I mean, you could do that. It's not, and you're competing with, and I wanted to say this because it seems to be our industry problem. Okay, it's the boiler rooms. It's these telemarketers. We'll call them what they are. Predators. Wade, you mentioned the word poacher. It's so funny. Like somebody doesn't care about the client, and it's turned off a lot of people. Now you've got small towns, small cities around the country that haven't been, necessarily abused by these people, and that's fine. There's millions of business owners, but your approach. I had a call the other day, left a message, just genuinely, it's who I am, this is what we do, I'm calling you, and I'm not one of those people. So he called me back. He said, I get calls all the time from people in your industry, but something about the way you came across sounded genuine, sounded like you want to help me. Whoa, well, there it is. So you can just find that one little tweak. It's not a big deal. Like people try. They're just so close to getting there, but they give up because they don't understand. It's got to be, just relax. It's okay. They need you. They're going to sense that you care, and then they're going to want to do business with you. Not necessarily now, but when they have the need for what you are offering. So that's all. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in their way, because it always seems to be, we're going through this. It's not the process that makes it happen. It's you. It's the person. It's the agent has got to get it inside of themselves. You either believe in this or find something else to do. Don't pretend. If you have an issue with the cost of the funds, well, then re-examine it and say, okay, maybe it's expensive money. Can they go elsewhere? If they can, they should. And I tell them right up front. Oh, now all of a sudden I've got credibility. That person's like, well, you know what, Matt? I might still need you. I can get bank funding. That just happened yesterday. This guy's got an 800, said plus FICO. I get money, but you're telling me I can get it within a day quickly, and I might be able to pay it off really early and save all the interest if I. Like, yeah, I said, I'll probably wind up using you. I don't need you now, but thank you. And that's the approach. That's what you have to convey. So I'm not trying to pontificate or anything, guys. I've done Wade. I've been with it 7 years. I'm still here. I'm still, getting clients. So Nick, I'm bringing on new agents. I've invested in some recruiting lately into Craigslist, which is, 1 or 2 of the agents are on here, I believe. I see a few, and that's not a bad way to invest in your business, as long as you make sure that you train them, make sure that you're all over them. Plug them into the training. Don't recruit a bunch of people and hope that they follow the training. And when we get this automated, training system going, man, then you can just go throw them in the funnel.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to have you. I'm so glad. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, as you can say, the bottom line is you can't be successful in this business if you don't talk to business owners. It's impossible. So you got to talk to business owners, and you either got to go knock on doors, you got to get on the phone, or you're going to have to join one of these groups and do it if you don't. But just running ads, you'll get one here, one there, one everywhere, but you won't get the kind of numbers that a Matt does or a Nick does. You're just not going to get those numbers without talking to people. And they live in Argentina, and they're talking to a ton of people every day. All right, who else do we have? Thank you, Matthew. That was great.
We've got Orlando. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, Wade, how are you today?
Good, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. Matt, great tips as always. 2 things. Number one, it's absolutely a no-brainer to invest in our business if we're going to make our business get a better return on our investment. So I appreciate your tips on different things, different, monies that we should allocate towards our business. I'm doing some, I can do better, and I will do better. Second, I really like those tips, the guidance that you gave on speaking to CPAs about being business partners. After the tax season, I have appointments with 3 CPAs I know. And I'm just going to sit down. And what you did was give good bullet points to really convey the value of us working together, that myself as a funding agent, as well as a CPA, and how it just benefits us both. So I really appreciate those tips and everything, and they're going to definitely go to work. So just wanted to give a shout out to you and say thank you for all you do.
Thank you, man. And also, we funded a lot of accounting agencies. And you say, well, what do they need money for? Well, they needed to buy they're buying books of business. They can double their business by buying a book of business. And it's worked over and over and over and over for us. Thank you for Orlando for your comments.
All right, we've got Norma. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, Wade. Thank you so much for all of this training. It's always so very valuable. And I wanted to ask you, I have two questions. Number one, if you could expand a little bit on the Bank Breezy on how to save by paying off the balance sooner. That's the first question. Also wanted to add that even if by going out and speaking with these business owners and having the bullet points and being familiarized with these the bullet points and what we have in the flyers, the collateral in the back office, it's really helpful to have those be familiar with those bullet points and approaching these business owners. I found that it's been very helpful for me, as well as also knowing, like, even just going to the bankbreezy.com funding page where it has the steps, like step 1 through 4, and you can also build on that and say it's very very simple, quick application. Step 1, step 2, 3, and 4, you can build on that. So I really wanted to ask if you could expand on the saving with Bank Breezy. That's the first question. And the second question is, a few weeks ago on Monday, so that's not related to funding, it's related to an email that was sent out on a Monday call. And this was about 3 weeks ago. And I remember specifically Carl with a K mentioning that he had put that email onto a Google Doc. And I don't think that I received that email. That's all. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing day.
Wow, that's a lot to unpack, but let me just see if I can hit on it. And thank you for your information. I have no idea which Carl 4K email you're talking about, because I get a lot of them from him. He is a wonderful, incredible, inspiring person, but I don't know which one that was. Somebody else would have to figure that one out and get that information to you. The reason you're going to save with Bank Breezy, two ways. Number one, you're going to get the best offer. We put our money where our mouth is, as David says, but when we have that $500 guarantee, they're not going to be able to get a better offer than us. That's real. But number two, we do have prepayment discounts. So paying off early is one of the big opportunities that they have by being on our platform. I mean, very few people know how to go out there and get 100% prepayment discount, or a 50% prepayment discount, or a 25% prepayment discount. They don't ask for it, they don't get it, and they don't know that they can ask for it. They'll ask certain things, and most of these brokers out there marketing these other companies, they don't want to sell that part because they make more money by raising the price and not going over that part, because sometimes the lenders will make less commission by having those great prepayment discounts. So I don't know if I answered all your questions, but that was the one that I think that's what the main thing you were asking me, and I just don't know about this email that you're talking about, so I can't even reply to it. Who else do we have? Thank you, by the way, Norma.
We have iPhone. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. My
Yes.
name is Julia. That's the first time I joined. I just rejoined the company 1 day ago. So my question is about if someone just want to open a business, they haven't opened their business yet, could they qualify for funding with they just start the LLC, but they don't have the business structure, anything yet? Can they qualify for anything?
Yeah, we don't do that type of funding. You have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualify for funding. And then you have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualify for funding. And then you have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualify for funding. And then you have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualify for funding. And then you have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualify for funding. And then you have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualify for funding. And then you have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualify for funding. And then you have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualify for funding. And then you have to be in business 4 months with 3 months worth of bank statements before you can qualif You can be funded in our industry. We're revenue based only, and there's no revenue yet. We won't be able to help them. There are companies out there that do that. I'm not sure who they are. We don't work in that space, so we really want more mature companies that are at least 4 months old and 3 business statements. I had a question earlier today from a broker that said, "Hey, listen, I've got a guy who's getting ready to buy a business that's doing 200,000 a month, and he just needs the funding for it. And they've been in business for I don't know, 10 or 20 years." Well, I can't help them because he doesn't own that business, and unless that company, who I don't know why they would do it, but I've seen it done before, where the company themselves would say, the company he's trying to buy would say to him, "I'll sign for it, and then when I get the money, I'm taking it out of the business, and then you will take over the payments." The problem with that is our lenders aren't going to trust that, and they'll give the money, but the person who signs is going to be personally responsible for that money if they leave the business and sell it. So we're not about startups. You got to be at least 4 months in business. So, but hey, congratulations for being part of this. And I'm telling you, dig into the back office, get with the people that brought you into this, and get this training done, because I think you're going to. I mean, you're going to find incredible opportunities here.
All right, and last but not least, we have Christian. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning or good afternoon now. How are you today?
Christian, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I've only been involved for about almost 2 weeks now, so I'm still learning. But I spoke to a customer, a potential client yesterday, and made 2 questions come up. One would be, if they were to be approved for funding, would they get a better rate if they chose to go through the transaction processing payment, or would it be the same or bet worse if they paid monthly? The other question is, during my conversation, I mentioned something about soft pulls versus a hard credit pull, and she said to me, well, businesses have a different type of credit than personal. So if you're running both personal and business to do this qualification, I would need to know that. So I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, a couple of things. Hey, good to have you on board, man. And I would encourage you to really get and dig into your back office as much as you possibly can. You basically, you were asking me I think that was more of like a 2-part question. So what was the first question?
The first one would have been, would they benefit for a better rate if they chose to go through a processing transaction payment daily per transaction?
What do you mean a processing transaction payment?
See, I thought I heard in one of your videos that there is a potential to get they make payments per transaction. A small percentage comes out of every transaction.
Now, what I said was that these are called merchant accounts with merchant services. You can go to credit card companies. We currently don't do that on purpose, and I'll tell you why. Let's just say that let's just start over. When you got a credit card company, they will advance you money, and then they'll take a flat amount. Let's say they take 18% out of your transactions with them every day. The problem with that is, what if you have a day of $100,000 day, and you got 18% of that coming out? That's 18 grand that's going to come out of your account in one day. That's why we do what we do, which is the daily and the weekly payments. We don't have monthly in this industry, except on some credit lines that we provide. There are monthly paybacks, but everything's daily or weekly. So each week we're going to take a flat amount, which is so much better than a percentage. So we're going to take a flat amount, and let's just say it's $1,000 a week. They know or $200 a day, whichever. They know exactly what it's going to be, whether they have an average week or a great week. It's going to be the same all the way through the process. So you don't really save any money by a lot of times you pay a whole lot more on those percentages, because it's just going to hurt your business. And that's why we like the daily or weekly payments, because I mean, especially if you're a retail business, you know you only got $100 a day coming out. You don't worry about a portion of your credit cards being taken from you.
Okay. And the other question was that what is the difference between a business credit check and a personal? And would they do both when they do the when they go into look into their qualification?
Well, we don't even deal with Dun and Bradstreet or any of those, because the information that they put up isn't really telling enough. When you're doing revenue-based funding, you pretty much know exactly what you're looking for. What we're going to do is we're going to take a soft look at their FICO, just the owner. And here's why: we don't really care as much about credit, but we want to make sure they paid somebody, and that they are paying people, and they know they do have. I mean, if you got below, it's really tough to get below a 500 credit score. I mean, you can spell your name right on paper and just about get 395 to 400. So we look at their FICO score, and we don't report to a quote unquote business credit bureau. We don't report to Dun and Bradstreet. We don't report to any of the credit bureaus for good, bad, or otherwise for this client. We're just looking at their merchant FICO score, their personal FICO score, and to see that they're a person that does pay their bills on time. And once we got that FICO score, it doesn't affect anything. Just like if they get $100,000 funding, Christians, it's not gonna affect their credit and in any way, good, bad, or otherwise. So unless they default, and that would be the only thing. So here's what it does do for them in the realm of getting funding in the future. When you when you become part of this industry where you have taken funding and you actually paid it off, then you're going to be a prime person to get better and better and better rates. Every time they get something funded and they come back for renewal, they almost always get a much better rate and a much better term, because they've already done it one time. The people that the lenders are afraid of, or not afraid of, that's the wrong word, but they're cautious of, are the ones who have never done any kind of funding in this industry. And they've never had an opportunity to prove themselves in this industry.
Great. Is it okay if I ask one more quick question?
Sure.
Would it be an advantage to this particular business owner who happens to have a wife who is a CPA, who has a gas station style business? Would it be beneficial to them to be their own agent, to provide their own processing and funding applications?
If it were me. Now, it's up to each broker. Me personally, I try to get them as a broker. I've got a couple CPAs that are, but I'm going to start concentrating on that. They got one or two routes they're going to take. They're either going to say, I don't want to make anything off of them. I'm just here to offer them a service, or they're going to say, I really need it. I could use another income stream. They won't say it like that, but that's really what they're saying to you. And then you put them in as a broker, and then they kind of control everything, and you get your overrides off of them.
Good deal.
Plus your personal enrolled money that you make off of them.
Right. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend. I think we got one last question.
Yes. David Osborne, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yes. Hi, Wade. Thank you very, very much for your presentation and the slides and everything like that. David put in a really, really good, like, I think, flyer or teaching about how real estate agents, mortgage professionals can also be good referral sources. And of course, you're talking about CPAs. What about insurance agents? Would they be great referral partners for us as well, just because they may come across businesses that may need funding and everything like that?
Yes, indeed. If they're commercial insurance agents, they'd be great to get customers, and I promise you, they're looking for ways to get more income. If they're independent agents, they will also probably be interested in becoming a broker. and not just a referral source. A referral source is someone who just refers you to someone. They're not going to make a commission, but they may want to be a referral partner. And I mean, yeah, I would definitely make them as a broker. Now, David has put together, he hasn't completed it, but it's about, I think it's 150 or more different groups that could be referral sources. I'll talk to him about that later on today or this week and see when we can publish that in the Agent Resource Center. There's a whole lot of folks, and I'm going to really start training heavy with people that I bring to the DAC family on referral sources, because that could really at the very least it can provide you your answers for all future clients that you're looking for. Because again, I believe this, and I'll close. I believe that you can't be successful just running ads. Maybe you can. I think you got to talk to clients. However you talk to them, whether you talk to them by email, whether you talk to them by phone like Matthew did and Nick do, or whether you do it by face to face, which I like the best. You got to talk to clients. The more clients you talk to, the more money you're going to earn, and the more money that you pour into your side of the business to do these referral partnerships and all that, the better, because once you got them, you don't have to you have no more spend. It's all done. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your time today. Morgan, I really appreciate you here helping me.